Hello guys, my name is Ashutosh. My voice might change in a few days because right now I have a little bit cold. Yeah, it's good weather to and, let's continue to the topic. Today I am making this video as a DSA series where I will be using my expertise to show you guys what I learned in last 3 4 years in college. Not much experience for someone to teach, but this series is going to be a very small one, not including too much data to make you guys waste your time. I'll simply this was my account I used to solve problems. Uh, I solved in my college days many problems. Right now, I'm just working in a startup. Also, a few jobs are lined up. I might join them later. But right now, I am going to tell you guys the DSA. Let's just make this box for 3 LPA, 3 to 5 LPA. These are the most basic jobs. They ask aptitude, English, which includes SBAR, your speaking, reading, and all. Then comes DSA. So these companies ask in DSA questions from the topic array, string. There are few methodology to solve the problem or are called problem solving techniques. For example, uh, the greedy approach, recursion, DP. These are three very famous technique. Uh, in 3 to 5 LPA, they might ask you some questions based on greedy approach. As this is very simple approach, I am giving you one hint: min, comma max. When a question involves minimum or maximum value, there must be a greedy approach that could solve that. Today, I am going to cover arrays, and after that, we can carry carry on with string in another video. Let's just see one more box for 5 to 12 LPA. These are here aptitude might be asked, but in very starting rounds or in interviews. Uh, English is must for you guys, which is speaking and listening. Along with that, GD in many cases that could be asked. After that, DSA. Here, starting from array, array, some questions might be asked from linked list. Uh, I have never seen questions of stack and queue. Stack might be used in few of the problems, but there was no question related to queue. And stack, very few questions of stack. Array and linked list were there. I have seen DP in the higher ends. DP, DP is widely used in them for optimizing because uh, the problems could be solved in brute force approach, but most of the problems will have test cases that will give you TLE in brute force, or the partial optimal approach. You will need to have the DB code to solve that problem completely. That might be a reason for you not getting selected. But the DSA round is not that strict in these companies, and in interviews as well, they could ask DSA. Apart from that, they focus on your subject knowledge, what you learned in your BTech, in which operating system and computer networks. These are two major topics. DBMS, the third one. They always ask the questions from DBMS because SQL is a very important tool that is used in real world. Rest are pretty basic or are job specific, but SQL, this is asked in most of the companies. Now let us move on to the topic array. Let me explain what is an array. So guys, a linear structure uh, in memory as well, which means the data is stored serially. There is a concept of indexing from 0 to 1 in most of the programming languages. 0 to n minus 1, sorry, where n minus 1 is the size of the array. After that, indexing, we get insertion and deletion. Both are of big of n complexity, if not at the end, if not at the end of array. Most arrays are static, uh, that is, size required during initiation. Uh, could be dynamic. In C, we use malloc and calloc. memory allocation. These are functions utilized to store the uh, data by creating new memory compartment attached to that same array and store data in that. Uh, this is a slow and complex process. We have vectors in C++. These are both static and dynamic. Along with that, they have predefined functions which are of a great use in DSA, leading to that which we will in future might not might. STL is very important library for uh, C++. STL tools. Uh, in Java, we get arrays. In Java, not so very useful. We use Java collections, which will be provide tools for other operations. In Python, we got list. List actually is a little different tool, but for Python, we do not have any array term. We have list. This is the most basic data structure for list. So yeah, list in Python. Java, Java also provides list. I think, as far as I remember, there are so many tools in list, and I got. I remember one very important tool in Java that you can write a for loop inside list parenthesis. These are not parentheses, uh, s- square brackets like this for I in range and all. These are called lambda functions. uh, there's 3 4 basic language, anyone you can pick. I would suggest, if you want to learn DSA only, then go with C++. But if you want to learn the language as well, then go with Java. You will get familiar with Java, and in future, Java is used as an object-oriented type programming language. C++ is as well, but the way it is formed and the uses it have, it is the one of the biggest language. Uh, I think Java's it it is analogous with JavaScript. Spring Boot is a very famous framework for Java where you can create backend architecture and use the Apache servers to deploy them. So Java serves uh, being an being very old language, but the community it kept developing with time, and we have seen Java evolve from using very old libraries for the UI and web tools. Now we have very developed tools for them as well. Coming back to the arrays, The first line what we wrote there for the properties of array. From apart from that, we see many questions on array in the topics. Let me open a lead code for that. I might, I'm, I don't know if this video, including lead code, could cause me any problem if I upload on YouTube. By the way, I don't think a lot many people are going to watch it, so I'm just opening lead code for problems. So many problems solved at the basic level. Array 1953 questions. Oh my god. Uh, I've solved 202 questions of array only. Array is such a vast topic. It comes in everywhere. Let me open one easy question that I show you. Uh, cut to place where I removed. Wait, start. So let's see, guys, what we can learn from for array today. Uh, I'm going to teach you some basics for C++. Okay, let me install the library. Not install, import. Hashtag include with slash std c++ dot h. I remember using namespace std. Very handy. Oh, sorry, I'm using VS Code shortcuts that way. I'm getting these problems. Forget that. Let me create a vector int nums with size n. I let me open a C compiler as well. Int array equals to array of size n. Huh. Array of 0 equals to 1. Printf array of 0. Oh, sorry, guys, n is undeclared. Let's take n equals to 5 for now. What is that error? Oh, I forget. I'll use to. I'll have to use percent %t tool, which will help me print that. This is format specifier, guys. We got one. Let's change that. What? 2. So now let me show you another. In, now in C I have just created a static array with size 5. We cannot create an array, and let me see if I can create an array without size. No, we cannot. It says array size is missing. So this is actual array without size is not possible in C. And similarly in C++, I can create an array nums without any name, without any size, and it will be okay. Let me just enter a value in that. Push back 3. See out vector of nums of 0. 3 is the output. So you guys can see I am not in initialized size. Push back and enters the value 3 into the array, and we got the output. And let's see if I oops, add a size 10, and what happens? Nothing will happen, because even in fixed size this function runs smoothly. That's the difference between a static array and a dynamic array vector. Here in C as well, you can use malloc and calloc to dynamically add values or data to the array. I'm not going that deep in the conceptual of a C programming language. You can choose another video. Right now, I'm just showing some functions of array. I can remove the value as well, or back without any values. It will remove the value 3. So array is empty. I will get an error. I'm getting 0. That's interesting. Okay, if the array is created of size 10, I the by default value is 0. Let's check array size nums dot size. See out size of the array is nums dot size. It must be 11. Okay, it is 11. And at nums 2, I got 2. This is another interesting pattern you can see. If you have an empty array and I have to put 0 in all places, I can do this, and it will put 0 in all the places. I can show you with for loop of for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus cout. Sorry, I cannot use cout here. Printf percentage d array of I with an end line as well. Not end line, let's just add a comma and space. Let's see what happens. Okay, I cannot initialize 0 in here. That's why I love C++ very much. Here I just did the same thing. I just added 2 in the parenthesis along with the size, and this will give me the complete array filled with I plus plus. Instead of 11, I'll use nums dot size. So if it changes, I do not see the effects. Okay, see out nums of I and a space as well. Let's comment it out and show you guys what the array is printing. There are 10 zeros, 10 twos, and after that a 3 that we pushed here. And now let's run this pop back. You guys can see that the 3 is removed. So push back and pop back uh, works by inserting the value at last of the array or at end of the array. Instead of using back, I can use the front. These will first comment out the pop option. That push front will add the value 3. Okay, it says no push front. C++ push front. I read that. Why is this not working? Okay, for vector. Okay, vector does not have push front. List have push front. So sorry guys, from my mistake. Let me clarify. There is no push front for vector. It is for list data structure. Eh, so I cannot add the values. Okay, the insert is always an option. Almost all data structures of STL have the option insert, where you can know the address. Here in is we begin as the address where we are going to add the value. So insert is very great feature of every data structure in STL. Like I am showing you nums.insert. Almost all you are going to use in future: maps, set, ordered set, unordered map, the heaps, priority queue that you are going to use. It, it all will use insert command. Now I have to insert in nums dot begin. It will take reference as for address, and I am inserting 5. That's 5. Let's see what happens to our array nums. I have to tell you one more thing, that you can create a simple array that is in C programming language, similar to that in C++ as well. So I always had confusion whether what is the difference. Sorry for the interruption. The video paused because of recording. Uh, So I was talking about difference in C and C++. The difference is that C++ is an object-oriented programming mask of C, along with upgraded features, and STL is a very important library for that. Provides a great programming language that is fast, near to C, and functional, near to Java and other programming languages Python. So C++ is widely used for developing programs where speed is very important factor. Now I was telling that you can create the simple array int a of size 4 uh, uh, in C++, similar to C. I don't want to continue that further. We talk these insert function. These are pretty basic tools of array. Let me create an array with different values to show you some more functions of array. Let's sort in this to 6, and I'm adding 3, 4, 8, 4, 8, 20, 33, 54, 6. I think 6 values are done. Okay, let's just first run this to show you the output. What is this error? One simple mistake and you are running here and there. My god. It was just not declaring the size and it will be all okay. Wow. So our array is created. Let me add a space here. It is creating. So 5 is added in the start. Now I'm going to show you guys one important function that you might use in the basic questions. Sort. Uh, Here in C++, begin function is used to find the starting address of any data structure, and end is to find the end of that structure. So in sort, or in most of the functions, we are going to specify the location from where to where we have to sort or perform any operation. So this sort is going to sort the complete array, and 5 is added later. I'm sorry, guys. Run it once again. So you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 32, 33, and 52. I can change that nums dot end to nums dot begin plus 2, and a simple pointer arithmetic will happen. So plus 2 here means the size of array, one single memory allocation block into 2 will happen. So you can simply expect 2 values will be added from the array. So we are going to see 3, 4, and oh, sorry, I forget one parenthesis here. uh, 3, 5, 4, 8, 33, 52, and 6. You might be wondering why 5 is before 4, because in the array 3, 4, after the first line, in second line we can see 5 is added to the beginning. So 5, 3 is the array from start. So for first two, 5, 3 are sorted, rest array remains same. Okay, so I think I am ending this video here. I will gather more content and resources to compile the important questions. I think I'll bring the top 10 array questions according to me that are that will cover almost all the topics of array, and are frequently asked in the interviews or simple placement test. You guys can give me feedback if you want. I'd love your responses. Uh, Ending this video. Thank you for watching.